Hi, my name is Joseph Wick from Say Bye Boss, and today I shall be talking to you about Hugging Face. Hugging Face is a platform that normally is synonymous with software and software releases, but and different kinds of software that do different things. So it's no surprise that they have this feature called Spaces, and on Spaces you have many different types of software, some of which already exist, and they've created almost a free version. Some of them are quite new and different to what we have there already. Now, what I should be doing is I should be talking to you about some of the software just on the first page because there's a lot of them on here. If I go back down to the bottom, you can see 1, 2, 3. I'm on page one, and there are 100 pages. So that's a lot of free software for things that might help you work and at least make your workflow more efficient, or give you options that you didn't think existed before because you can now do things that you thought or you did not know was possible. One such feature is Colors Virtual Try On. And with Colors Virtual Try On, let me see it on here. Yes, there you have it. With Colors Virtual Try On, what you do is you upload an image. The image could be yours, it could be an image, an avatar you created, and you then take a piece of clothing, and what you can then do is you can transpose or put the piece of clothing onto the actual image of the that you have there of the avatar of the person. So the person is wearing one set of clothing, and you can then put on your own image or your own clothing image onto the person. Why is this useful? Well, it's useful if you want to try out clothes yourself from the shops and you don't want to have to go to the shops yourself. That is what you can do in a non-commercial way. But in terms of the fact that you want to use this to actually grow a list or make money, or you want to sell stuff as an affiliate, that is also a thing that I believe you can do. You can go get the item of clothing, get the specific avatar that you want to use, or the specific model you want to use, which be you, if you're the kind of person who feels that this clothing will look as good as you on you as it would on any avatar or model. You can then do that, and then you can then post this on different social media platforms, showing off the clothing in a very different way and in a very different light. You could be in a place where you are actually looking very good or looking like you are having fun, and this will make the actual attire seem more attractive. So that is one way by which you can do that, or you can use the software for your business. Now, there are other areas where they have different kinds of software. Janus Pro is the new offering from DeepSeek, and it's one that deals with creating images. Now, the images are good. Maybe I'm not too sure from what I've seen. Maybe not as good as what you can get from Midjourney, but it's free. So, I mean, why not try? What will this do for you? What I've just talked to you about. You can create avatars and you can create scenarios, marketing scenarios for goods and services, whether you're using it to create something for a local agency or you're using it to create something for your business yourself, where you're going to post on the internet or you're going to post it on a platform that will be useful for you to utilize to sell a business or a service, which could be yours or which could be somebody else's. So this is another way you can use this. Also, you got the Coin 2.5 Max, which is the actual LLM that's produced by Alibaba. It's I hear it's fairly decent. I have not used it yet. Quick and fairly good at what it does. It's not a reasoning model like DeepSeek R1 is, or like ChatGPT O1 and O3 are, and maybe it might not be able to actually give you the step-by-step utility of how it's breaking down the steps that you've asked it to actually undertake with the prompt. But it's quick, I hear. It's very good for programming, I hear, and it has a very good response time. It also has a huge, I think, LLM size, and so you can call on a lot of data to use when you are actually doing stuff you're doing. Bringing me to the next one, video depth anything. So this, I believe, is one that, let me just see if this is the right one. Deep research, deep research. That's the one I should be talking to you about. Open deep research, I believe, is the platform that mimics the deep research of both Google and OpenAI. The one for Google, you can only access it if you actually are an advanced member, rather. And the one for DeepSeek, you can actually pay $200 to be able to utilize this. So fairly robust, meaty stuff in terms of pricing. And I think that for the open deep research, it might be slower, but as long as it gets you to where you need to go, it means that you can do very focused and concise research with a number of pieces of information that you might not be able to get at least with regular LLMs. And this may be important because if you're looking into a niche, you might be trying to find areas of the niche which are underserved, and this sort of probably deep research will be able to give that to you, and then you can go about actually marketing to that niche or providing a way to engage with that niche so that you can tap into it as a resource. Now, there are other ones out here, or on here rather. There's Mid Journey, there is animation, there is Magic Face. And the Magic Face, for example, it's source code include. I'm not too sure what that is. Image to vector, it does what it says. It's, you can take an image and convert it into a vector, which is very useful. That you can use obviously within your website, or you can use in different ways. And you have like any chart, trellis, scalable and versatile, 30 generation from images. So that is what that does. You can generate from images, I believe, using a prompt. And the scope really varies. If I go to the next page, which, let's see if there's anything that I might particularly be interested in. Live portrait, background remover, which is always very good if you are doing things on any social media platforms. Now you also have voice clone. Voice clone is a fantastic one. If it works the way I presume it will, that means that you can then utilize it on different other apps. You can clone your voice, and you can, this for example I'm doing, you can actually use it to review products, or you can use it to do many other things, such as a faceless video or a channel. It could be a podcast where you are actually talking with somebody else, but you're actually using the features of a voice clone. It also means that typically with the voice clone, I believe that you can hear the M's and R's and the punctuations. And I think maybe one of the features, when you get your voice clone and you send it off to a whatever app to utilize, all of that would not be present, and so it'll be more seamless and smooth undertaking, which means that people will get more value, and by getting more value, which means they will either come back to you for a repeat, or they will actually buy whatever product you put out there, because they know that it's probably going to be good quality and synonymous with the things that you already produce. Now, the other ones are drug discovery, which I don't think is particularly useful for us who are solopreneurs, except you are a person that is a researcher and might be called upon by people who will want deep research done, and so you might be able to use some of these features. Now, I don't know how reliable they are, because many of them or all of them are free, but it doesn't hurt to help or to try. And so, looking at this, I think this is just the first and the second page, and already you can see the kind of things I've unearthed and the kind of different areas which I bet these are actually being utilized because of the quality of what they produce. Now, thank you very much for watching this, and please, I'm going to leave a link down below. Go and have a look at it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, or I don't know, you could subscribe as well. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.